Alright, so is this video like 8 years late? And by 8 years, I mean like 2 weeks? Yes. I've been busy. Okay? It's time for episode 7 of The Last of Us Season 2. Notes and thoughts and feelings and. I was not ready for it to end. I was not. What confuses me is that we did not see Lev a single fucking time this season, and yet his casting was announced. Like when they announced like the casting for Abby and stuff, they announced Lev too, right? Why wasn't Lev in season 2? That's odd. I find that odd. I would really like season 2 and 3 to have been filmed at the same time. I kind of doubt it now, but I wanted it to happen so that way we wouldn't have to wait as long for season 3. Who's to say? Alright, so the first note is last episode. This is gonna hurt. Jesse doing field medic work on Dina is very high tension. They're both very stressed. But I liked that they interacted a little bit more then, you know? The I got you from Jesse to Dina was really sweet. Cuz like they may not be together, but they obviously still care about each other. Like it's like a really deep friendship, caring family type bond thing. It was really sweet. I said, "Go Dina, no drinking while pregnant, but also you're in high pain." And I kind of forgot that Jesse didn't know already that Dina was pregnant, so I was like, "Oh, well, he knows now. He definitely knows now." Ellie coming in immediately worried about Dina's safety after she got shot in the leg with the arrow, and then Ellie went off and killed, or didn't kill, but tortured Nora. So it's nice that Ellie was concerned about Dina's safety, but it wasn't as the reaction of Ellie killing, brutally beating Nora wasn't as big of a deal, I guess, as it was in the game. Ellie wasn't covered in blood, which is interesting. I understand it was raining, but like she was like covered in blood. Was it even raining? I might have been making that up, being totally honest. Also, Ellie wasn't breaking down about what she did, which was interesting, and I don't know if I liked it. I said, "Oh, good, we still get the Dina cleaning up Ellie scene. Love that." And then you see Ellie just completely blank stare, the PTSD stare. I'm like, now she's feeling it. Yes. And then Ellie in this scene talks more, and we get more information from Ellie in this scene than we did in the game. And then I said, "This is really rough." Dina is so concerned. Ellie is so haunted. Because, like, you can see Dina's eyes behind Ellie, and she's just like, "That's probably not correct. It's been 2 weeks since I watched it." And then Ellie is just, like, empty inside. And then Ellie confirmed that she just left Nora to turn and be beat to absolute shit. All her bones are broken. She just left her there. It would have been the merciful thing at that point to kill her. And she did not do that. Just a little less humanity. But, like, also, she said Joel deserved it, so, like, I understand. Ellie is telling Dina what Joel did. Holy shit. Which did not, I think, occur there in the game. I've played the game twice now, actually. Right here really hurts on my face, and I don't know why. Dina, after hearing all the information, has decided that they need to go home because now they're not necessarily doing the right thing. Abby did the right thing because she avenged her dad by killing Joel. And, you know, like, she's like, this is bad. And also it's because Ellie kept something really big from Dina. And I can't tell if Dina deciding to go home right then is very Dina coded or not. Up to interpretation, I suppose. I'm also devastated that we didn't get the "I don't want to lose you" good scene, you know, where Ellie's like, "I don't want to lose you," and Dina like kisses his shoulder and he's like, "Good." I love that scene so much. I'm very upset that we did not get that scene. And then
Switch the laundry.
anyway, I did warn everybody that I was recording a YouTube video right now. I did. I sent text messages out, and then I hit record. And just for the record, I did switch the laundry, just so you know. I don't even know if you could hear or ask me to do that, but I did do it earlier. Anyway, I am devastated about not getting the Dina Ellie "I don't want to lose you" good scene. Like that. Oh. Because in this one, Dina's like upset. Justifiably upset, but like also. And then I said, "Is she taking her bracelet back?" And I said, "Oh wait, she's putting it back on. Oh wait, they haven't done this yet. Oh cute. I'm glad that made it." I was so confused. I genuinely thought that Dina had already given Ellie the bracelet. Like I thought Dina and Ellie had already done that. I was like, "Oh, is she taking it back? Oh wait, no, she's putting it back on. Oh wait, did they not do this?" They in fact, I don't think, did that yet, and I was just getting confused, which is a regular occurrence, I suppose. And I'm glad that part made it in, because that's kind of like the I'm mad at you, but I do not want you to die. Like I'm mad at you, but I want you to come home to me type situation, and that good shit. Um, Dina and Ellie are beefing, but they still care about each other. Dina just feels betrayed. Glad that past me feels the same as me now. Shimmer is still alive and well, thank fuck. They did not kill Shimmer. Very good, because I was... First it was Callus, then it was Shimmer. They're gonna kill whatever the horse is in the third game if they ever make the third game. Like, horse dies every time. And I said, "Oh, that's why he was weird when she said no alcohol. This is the pregnancy announcement. I see. I thought that had already happened." This is because I played the game before starting the show, and then while the show was happening, and my brain got confused. Oops, my bad. But I will say, I did in fact platinum The Last of Us Part 2 on my second playthrough. Obviously using like a cheat sheet, which all of the cheat sheets are just so poorly formatted. I made my own for the first game, like the remastered, not the PS5 remaster remake type situation, the PS4 remaster. I have a cheat sheet for that, for everything you need to do to get all of the like collectible trophies and like the optional conversation trophies. All of that in order of section, in order of occurrence. You don't have to flip through pages. It's just all one. Makes life so much easier. So much easier. But I will say, I found that does not necessarily apply to the remake remaster for the PS5, because I tried to help my brother play his first playthrough, which he decided to do on Grounded, and then decided, I need help. Boys. Anyway, I tried helping him with it, and some things are in like different spots, and I don't like the 5 remake. Everybody's faces look weird, and you can see like they put the new animation over the old animation, and like obviously, and it's like weird, and some of the times the mouths don't move with the words, and I don't like it. Okay, just needed to get that out there. Don't like it. Anyway, that's why I got confused. Also, it's really fun playing infinite ammo and infinite crafting. That made my life so much easier on the second playthrough. Also, why is New Game Plus harder than regular game? I thought New Game Plus was supposed to make it easier. It doesn't. Apparently, there's like a warning when you open it. It's like, this is gonna be harder. And I said, why? Whatever. I said, oh no, Jesse is worried about him and Dina and the baby dying. Oh, this is going to make his death hurt so much more. Spoiler, I guess, if you didn't know that. But Jesse doesn't make it. And he's really worried about making it. And that just, you know? Twist, knife. And then I said, oh, the first look at the sky bridge that the Seraphites use. That was very exciting for me. I said that sentence out loud, real excited when that came up on screen. Oh look, the ex-Fedra kid is back doing bad things, like the one that Isaac saved out of the truck in the beginning episodes. Not fun. Ellie wanting to help. She was like, we can't just let the kid get kidnapped, which is the correct reaction. But also Jesse's like, we have to be smart about this. We have to make it so that Dina can make it. Which means sacrificing that kid, which is so fucked up. And I understand both sides, but I would have been on Ellie's side. I would have been scared. I probably would have died, but I would have been on Ellie's side. Jesse's saying, I'm not dying out here. And I said, but actually you will. The Wolf Base is a Costco. I thought that was fun. I've never been in a Costco, but I know that they have meatballs. No, those are IKEA has meatballs. Costco has hot dogs. Okay, maybe I don't know the Costco lore as much as I thought I did. And then I said, Storm Day. Sprinkling in that Abby is AWOL and Mel and Owen are also missing was a nice touch in the Ellie sections. Abby is Isaac's key player, always has been. I want to know why. And then immediately after that, I found out why. Because Isaac wanted Abby to take over his place if he were to die. She was his replacement, and he's pretty confident he's going to die in the raid on the Seraphite Island. Which he was training Abby to be his replacement. And then she went AWOL. And now the stakes are even higher. Because everybody who's in is in control of everybody can, like, die. And like Isaac said, they're not trained to lead. They are trained to follow. Which is sad, but true. Anyway. And then I said, oh, the bookstore. You and me in bad fucking weather with books. Both places had books. The first one was a library. Second one was the bookstore. Wow, I can't think. Technically, it was supposed to be Ellie in bad weather with Dina and then Ellie in bad weather with Jesse. But instead we got two Jesse scenes, which still not super over there not being the weed library. But the weed 7-Eleven was nice too. But, anyway. Ellie stealing kids' books for the baby was absolutely adorable. Just so you're aware. Absolutely adorable. Kind of showing that Ellie's like, I still care about this baby. I still care about humanity. Just not anybody else. Just my little family. And then my little brother pointed out the rug. Holy shit, the rug. The car track rug from childhood. the track rug. The town, like the one. You know the one. Everybody knows the one. It's like town and you have like the roads. You can drive the car on the roads. It's the childhood rug of yore. And then the Alice in Wonderland mural with the shrooms. It was so good. They carried that over from the game. And then Jesse was talking about his new girlfriend. Or wannabe girlfriend or whatever. And Ellie was like, were they good? About, like, the girlfriend's paintings. And he said, no, I bought 4 of them. That's so cute. Jesse, I said, Jesse, my man, that's adorable. That was really cute. That was really sweet. I'm so sorry she's gonna have to learn about your death. If she ever learns about your death. I'm sorry that you didn't run away with her, because I'm so sorry. That sucks. Jesse knows what he's being trained for and knows his responsibilities. That's so sad, though. And then I said, the giraffe stuffed animal. Ellie realizing that Abby is at the aquarium and immediately going on that track while Jesse knows they need to go after Tommy hurts. I know it happens in the game, but it hurts nonetheless. Because I know bad things are happening. Bad things are coming. And then I said, Jesse, you voted no. That hurts Ellie's soul, but I get it. I understand you can't leave Jackson defenseless. I do understand. But then you left Jackson defenseless anyway, and you're not going to make it back. That sucks. My question is, did they take Jesse's body back to Jackson? Did they take his body back? Because he and Shimmer are the only two in the game that they lost out in Seattle. All of Abby's friends, did they get buried? I doubt it. It's real fucked up. And then this is a really big fight between Jesse and Ellie. And then I said, prediction. I think the season is going to end with Abby shooting Tommy and yelling at Ellie, and then maybe the Seattle Day 1 Abby thing coming up on the screen before going completely to black while Gustavo plays a sweet, sweet tune. I love when I can tell that it's Gustavo playing the music. I love when I can tell. It makes me really happy. And I would say his last name, but I'm gonna say it wrong. It starts with an S. It's like Santaolalla. Yeah. I don't know. But I can tell when he's playing, and I'm like, oh, that's so good. But that was my prediction for how the episode was going to end. And then the wolves are heading to Scar Island in the big, big wet. The burning of Haven is going to look sick next season. Absolutely sick. It's going to look great. Ellie stealing a leftover wolf boat makes sense in this context. Instead of her going, when her and Jesse split up in the game, it was daytime, and which I think it might have been daytime in the show too. I don't remember. It's been weeks. So she stole the boat after they had gone to the Wolf Island, and there just happened to be an extra little dingy little boat, which is good because that encounter in the game was so difficult, and for what? However, this also means that we don't get the arcade bloater, which gives me low hope for the Rat King, because the arcade bloater and the Rat King are supposed to be hard to kill, roughly the same amount of hard to kill, you know? Not ideal. I love how the driving of the boat into the sea was perfect to the way it looked in the game pre-drowning. Because, I love when it's kind of 1-to-1 every once in a while, and you're like, that's correct. That is correct. And then the boat goes off alone to Haven. And I said, wait. Is this the aquarium or where Haven is? This is so fucking different. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is very wrong. Ellie is being kidnapped. Instead of Abby getting strung up, it's Ellie. Whoa. This is Abby's scene, not Ellie's. That kid sentencing Ellie to death is ruthless. That was wild. The comparison to Abby is going to be wild if that still happens in season 2 of the game. Of the show. Because, it's the same lady. The lady that strings Ellie up looks identical to the lady that strings Abby up in the game. Identical. That kid sentencing Ellie to death, crazy. Fucking crazy. And this happens after she wanted to save the other guy, which I think they talk about in the making of The Last of Us, the little couple of minutes after the show ends, that they're like, hey, this, and this is why we did these things, which is actually, I'm so excited to talk about that later, because that was super cool. But, like, the fact that she was like, I really want to save this guy, and then this small child was like, nah, kill her. Wild. Okay, now she's going to the aquarium. Ellie watching the wolf attack on Haven from the sea is wild, too. This is gonna hurt real bad. Real bad. Ellie prepping to kill them while in their bedroom is crazy work. And then there's Yara's surgery stuff on the table. And then Ellie still has her flashlight on at this point. And I said, girl, turn your flashlight off. They're gonna see you coming. And then I fear I do skip around just a hair. Because Owen and Mel, she walks in on Owen and Mel and asks where Abby is. And then Owen's like, we're not fucking telling you. We don't know. And then Ellie's like, you were just talking about her, so I know you know. And then Owen goes to whip out his gun at Ellie. And Ellie shoots him first and just happens to clip Mel in the throat. So Mel's death is an accident, not a brutal stabbing. I feel better about that Ellie didn't kill Mel, who was at that moment not trying to hurt her. You know? Oh wait. My bad. I did not in fact skip ahead. I just read my notes wrong. Wow. Okay. And so I said, girl, turn your flashlight off. And then I said, well, hey, at least Mel dies without knowing that the life-saving surgery she performed was in vain. This being Yara. People who only watch the show, I know you don't know who that is. I hope you forget that detail because I entirely forgot that you're not going to know who that is because we haven't seen her yet. I'm so sorry. I also realized I mentioned Yara's surgery stuff. My bad. Forget I said that. I don't edit these. Forget I said that. I'm so sorry. I think that would have probably crushed Mel, though. The aquarium is absolutely sick looking. It's so pretty. And then I said, Alice, don't be there. Please don't be there. I see no Alice. This bodes well for me. And then I'm the one that kept you alive, right? This was also Joel's argument. And just nobody gave a shit when it was Joel. So why would Ellie give a shit when it's you guys? And then Owen. Weird phone call. And then Owen, your priorities are fucked. You have a pregnant girlfriend and you want your ex and you're just playing everybody, which again, you guys wouldn't know. Everybody. Mel's death was an accident. Holy shit, holy fuck, fucking yikes. Like, that's what my notes are. Mel wanting Ellie to get her baby out to save it and Ellie not being able to. Oh my god, holy fuck. Ellie was going to but didn't want to accidentally fuck it up, so she did nothing. And then Jesse thinking she did it on purpose. Holy fuck. That whole scene was so intense. So intense. I understand why people are mad because in the game it was like the I think Nora was the turning point in Ellie brutally murdering people. You know, I think the turning point was Ellie. That turning point was Nora. But I think Mel and Owen were like the nail in the coffin once she realized what she had done. Like, oh my god, I just stabbed a lady I didn't know was pregnant and killed her. Like, that was like the turning point. That was like the, oh no. You know? But like, she was rage, immediate regret and just horror at what she had done. Here it is also regret and horror, but like Mel wanting her to take the baby out. Fucking whoa. Just fucking whoa. That was wild. That was a wild choice. And I didn't hate it. I didn't. But my god, that was brutal to watch. absolutely brutal to watch. But yeah, that's like all in capitals. Um, Dina knowing something horrible happened as soon as Ellie gets back. She's like, she can just tell. Bad. And then no jewelry for Maria conversation or banter, which couldn't have thrown in an extra little, a little this. We didn't get like any Tommy this season. And I also saw, hold on, before I continue with my notes, I saw a thing on Instagram that says Tommy comforted Ellie after killing Mel the way that Joel did after Ellie encountered David. And the parallels between those two scenes, oh my god, that hurt so bad. That hurt so bad. It's okay. Anyway, sorry. I said, Jesse, you're a good guy. Because, like, he said, like, my friends' problems are my problems. My friends can't get out of their own damn way, you know? And then, damn right she'd set the world on fire to save you. Damn right, because her Dina loves you in a familial way. And she loves you in a familial way, even if she a little fucked up sometimes. She still cares about you, you know? Like, she would absolutely go ends of the world to fight for her family, and Jesse is part of her family. And then I said, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Fuck. Poor Jesse. That was an awful noise. I'm so sorry. And then in the game, I said this when I first played the game and made my video about playing the game. In the game, Ellie doesn't acknowledge that she killed Abby's friends. She thinks the reason Abby is there is because Joel killed everybody in the hospital. And, like, hold on. Ellie in the game is under the impression that Abby comes to the theater to get revenge on Ellie for what Joel did in the hospital. And then Abby is, like, kind of confused looking, and then she says, you killed my friends. We let you both live, and you wasted it. Bang. In the game. And then, in the show, Ellie taking responsibility for the correct thing in the show. She killed the friends and acknowledged what Joel did too. But she said, I'm the one. Not Tommy. I'm the one that killed your friends. But Tommy killed some of them. Jesus, my fucking curtain just moved. And the lighting looked on it weird. And I thought there was something crawling through my window. It is daytime. Anyway. I know Tommy killed some of them. But she's like, it was me. It was me. I killed your friends. It was me. And Joel killed the people in the hospital. It is me that you want. That would have been the correct thing to do in the game. Instead of being like, I didn't do anything wrong. I murdered all your friends, but my daddy's the one that killed your people first. So, like, it's still me you want. But also, not my fault. But, like, it is because she killed everybody else. And then I said that was handled better here in the show than it was in the game. I really, really thought that right there was where it was going to end. Like right after the gunshot. I really thought that's where it was going to end. I'm still guessing the final screen is going to be Seattle Day 1. And then I said, yes, I was correct. Ha ha ha. And then I said, it's time for making of The Last of Us, like the little blurby thing. But I was so right that next season is going to be the Abby season. I called that from the start. I was like, we're getting too much Ellie time and no Abby time. That leads me to believe we're going to get an Abby season. Now, if the Rat King is not in the Abby season, I will be upset. I'm still marginally upset that Abby isn't jacked, because that's like a really important part of her character. Like, she is only jacked because she was training to kill Joel. You know? Like, she's like, whoa! And like, representation's good. Like, whoa! She's huge. Huge. And it's like so cool looking. Anyway. Now time for the making of The Last of Us that comes after the episode. And if you don't stick around and watch that part, why? It's another maybe 10 minutes. It's usually like 7. And it gives you insight into the episode and what people were thinking. I recommend you watch them. I'm sure that it'll get put into like a full 49-minute episode in like in just watch it. Just watch it. It's worth it. Oh shit, this is 30 minutes. I don't know how much storage I have, so I'm going to talk faster. Because I don't edit. No. Not me. Don't have time for that shit. This is a fun pastime to nerd out about things that I like, not to edit. Bella saying Ellie does worse than Joel hurts. But it is correct. That is a correct fact. Surely you can't love me now. When she's like, yeah, it's bad. Bella's like, this is what Ellie's thinking. Surely you can't love me now. I said, ow, ow, ow. Girl, if you think Jesse wasn't developed... Oh, somebody was talking about how she didn't think Jesse was very well developed in the game. And I said, if you don't think Jesse was developed, you didn't play the game right. You know? Like, he might not have been as fleshed out as some of the other characters, but he still had, like... I understand wanting to flesh a character out more. That's totally fine. But if you didn't think he was, like, developed, like, at all... then you didn't play the game right, you know? Like, his action, he doesn't have a lot of time in the game. He doesn't have a lot of time in the show either. But it's like, I don't know, he's like, his actions speak in the game. It's crazy how things are filmed. Like, damn, this is about, like, the boat and the water and how they had to film it like 3 different ways, like in the wet pool and then on the gimbal thingy. Sorry, that's my work alarm. And then the other thing, they were like 3 ways to film the boat scene for this episode, and I thought that was really cool. The Scar Island that Ellie was going to. Oh, sorry. I write notes like a fucking toddler sometimes. When Ellie goes to the Scar Island, that was supposed to be in the game at one point. Like, that was in one of the drafts, and it got cut. So the fact that they put that in the show, that I think is really cool. I was mad about it initially, because I was like, that's wrong. But if that was supposed to be in the game... I mean, I understand why it was cut. I think it's probably for the best that it was cut, but I like that it's like a callback to like what could have been. I think that's cool. Because I feel like having the exact parallels between Abby and Ellie is a little too far. Because like the parallels are so well done. I think that the parallels are well done between Abby and Ellie. But I think that one might have been a little too on the nose. Just like a little. Putting Ellie in another situation where she cannot save a life is so painful. This season was Joel. And then we did the flashback to the Eugene one. And then it was the Scar boy. And then it was Mel and her baby. She just wants to do good. She does, but she can't. I'm still not over Jesse. I love that Abby has the rope mark on her neck in the part where she kills Jesse. That's where I noticed it when they were showing that part again in like the making of The Last of Us. I noticed that she had the rope mark, which means she also gets strung up by that same lady, I'm sure. So that parallel is gonna go crazy, because I know that they cut out like a lot of the Ellie stuff. So I think that's like gonna make up for the things that they cut that are parallels, you know. But I do like that detail was there. I'm glad I was right that Abby is season 3, because I don't think it would have been as good to do dual perspective for one season, especially if we're only going to get 7 episodes a season. no season 3 release date reveal was depressing. And then I said, but Alice is not going to be in the season at all. Because, man, if I would be lying if I said that playing with those damn dogs in the game wasn't one of the highlights for me as Abby. And as Abby at the beginning, playing with Bear, who I do not kill later on because I refuse. Playing with Bear, and then playing with Alice with Yara. It was really fun. Really, really fun. I really enjoyed that part. Now, that's the end of the second season of The Last of Us. I liked it. Is it the most accurate thing? No. But did I like it? And will I watch it again? Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of that shit was just perfect. Some of it made me a little upset, but that's okay. It's not going to be 1-1. Obviously not going to be 1-1. Now, I'm still upset that the voice actress for Abby got so much hate when the game came out. So if we could not be dicks to the actors in the show, that'd be super great. Super great. Because I won't tolerate that shit here. Not saying that anybody's done that here. Obviously, nobody comments on these videos ever. But let's not be assholes to the actors, please and thank you. Like, they don't deserve that. It is a job. They're getting paid. It is their job. They're working. They didn't write the script. They didn't... Don't be mean. Okay? Just don't be mean. Alright? So, that's the end of the season. If you want to watch more Last of Us content from me, I did play the game and make notes on the game. That video is somewhere on my YouTube channel. Somewhere. Sorry this one's so late. Like I said, things were busy. I just played Cyberpunk for the first time. Like, not the video game, like the tabletop one. I think I'm very logical. I think the people I was playing with were not quite as logical. And, like, on a stealth mission, rushed the person we were supposed to stealthily remove from the place. Why? I was in stealthy mode. I was giving them hints. We just had to remove the person. And then they rushed him. And then things just went to hell. Anyway, it wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of fun. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I'm gonna go watch Casina Caradana's reaction to the last episode of season 2 of The Last of Us. I recommend, now that you finish this one, that you totally go watch that one next. And then if you are still craving more Last of Us content after that, you could watch another one of my videos. I have many Last of Us videos. I love The Last of Us so much. I've played... Oh, fuck. I totally forgot how many times I played the first one. I think I made it to 20 times. I'm pretty sure. 20 times. And then I played the second one twice. I watched the first season of the show twice. For the second season, obviously. Obviously only once. I haven't played Left Behind as much as I should. But it's kind of... I played it on Grounded. Because I didn't realize you only had to play that one up to Survivor. But Grounded in that one is awful. Let me just say that. Absolutely atrocious. That last fight scene when Joel's in the freezer. Horrible to play. Absolutely atrocious. And I've never played No Return. Because I don't have the second game on the PS5. I don't own I don't own a PS5. I own the special edition Ellie's Tattoo PS4 that I bought for probably more than I should, and it likes to corrupt online game files. But that's okay, because I don't play my online games on there anymore. I play my disc games in there. And you want to know my 2 disc games? Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2. That is all I play, ever. And then I play The Sims on my computer, and Fortnite on my computer, because my brother bought me the Sabrina Carpenter Juno skin. And I really like Murder Mystery. I have never played Battle Royale. Ever. I've played Prop Hunt, and I've played Murder Mystery. And let me tell you, that shit's real fun. That shit is real fun. And dancing with people is really fun. It makes me very happy. So, like, Fortnite is free. I mean, you do need V-Bucks to, like, buy stuff in the game. Do not spend your real people money in online. Like, that's dumb to me. Did I buy Sims packs? Yes, but that is because I needed them for very specific things. Don't spend exorbitant amount. Don't spend lots of money on online games. Okay, just don't do it. Okay, just don't do it. It's not financially smart. A little bit on a couple times a year, not gonna kill you. But don't spend like huge chunks of money on online games. It's bad. It's kind of like gambling. Bad. Don't do it. Okay? If that's the one life lesson you learn from me, don't do that. Okay? Okay? Just don't do that. But those are the only games I play for the most part. Oh, and obviously the old Lego games. Like Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. That shit slaps. As soon as my brother gets out of school for the year, we are sitting down and we are playing Lego Pirates of the Caribbean again, because that was a childhood favorite. And we, like, we played it last year. We also played Lego Batman 2 last year, and I think we started doing The Hobbit because we couldn't get Lord of the Rings to work. Old Lego games were our shit as kids. So, when I wanted to be playing Last of Us, at that age, I was playing Lego games, and Pirates of the Caribbean was my favorite. We also played Disney Infinity. And I had Just Dance, but that was never set up for very long. I don't know why. Now I don't have enough space to play Just Dance, which is so unfortunate, because I really liked the Hey Mama dance. But anyway. And I also had a Disney karaoke game that I really liked. I think it was Disney Song It. And then obviously the PS2 games, which we had like 3 different Scooby-Doo games, and I really liked the one where it was like 100 Fright Nights. I don't know. And then we have Wii games, obviously. We were inside kids. Okay? We've always been inside kids. And video games were like my brother's thing, so I didn't play as many as I probably wanted to. But now Last of Us is my thing. And I really like Last of Us. So, I will just nerd out with me in the comments. I would love to respond to nerdy comments about The Last of Us, or your favorite PS2 game, or your favorite PS3 game, or another game that you think is fun, or Fortnite. Well, I don't really care about Fortnite, but Murder Mystery in Fortnite, I love that. Or Sabrina Carpenter. Sorry. I know. It's 43 minutes. I'm sorry. But Sabrina Carpenter just announced that she's releasing a new song on Thursday called Man-Child, and I'm so excited. Oh my god. So excited. I'm not sorry for the person I'm going to be on Thursday and every day of my life after that. I am in a happily committed relationship to not a man-child, but I will be singing the song with my full chest. It is not indicative of my relationship, but I will be singing with my whole chest. No, I'm almost done. Get fuck out. That was my little brother. He just got home from school. Anyway, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Also, I've been listening to a lot of Chaperone. So much Chaperone, actually. And The Amazing Devil, obviously. And just nerd out about me. Not about me. Please don't nerd out about me. Please nerd out with me about things that you enjoy, because I would love to just nerd out about things. Always. That is my vibe. I just like nerding out about things. Also, I really want to watch Pride and Prejudice 2005 again and take notes on it. And then I don't know how to legally do reaction videos. I really would like to know, because I'd love to like show you the things as they're happening so I can like point them out to you, because I really like analyzing things and like making lists and charts and stuff. And I really like analyzing like little moments that I'm like, oh, maybe people didn't see that. Like in Pride and Prejudice. Oh, I don't want to spoil things, but like, I really like Pride and Prejudice 2005. And people are like, but the TV show from the 90s is better. I'm like, you know what? It's probably more historically accurate, yes. But Keira Knightley is so fucking hot. And Matthew McFadden is also really attractive. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to be mean to Matthew McFadden. I just find Keira Knightley more attractive than I find him. They're both attractive. They are. I promise. I do. Everybody in that cast actually is pretty attractive. The ones that are of legal age are pretty attractive, and the ones that aren't are now of legal age, and they've grown up to be like really pretty, you know? Like, I love how Lydia, I think it's Lydia, in that movie is also, oh fuck, what's her name? In Hunger Games, she's Johanna. She's Johanna in the Hunger Games, the tree girl who strips in the And I love how Donald Sutherland is also the dad in Pride and Prejudice and is also President Snow in the Hunger Games. Rest in peace. And he's also Giles in Buffy the movie from the 80s. I'm pretty sure it's the 80s. It also might have been early 90s, like 93. I'm not entirely sure. Don't really remember. It's been a while. It's one of those, though. I think it might have been 80s. No, it's probably early 90s. It's probably 93. No. Yeah. No, I need to know. I'm sorry. Hold on. 2 seconds. This is going to take forever to upload, and I have to go to work soon. Hold on, I'm buffering. Buffy. Movie. '92. Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie was 92, according to IMDb. That solves that. Alright. I'm gonna hang up before I keep talking. What should my next video be? If you have thoughts, nerd out with me in the comments. Would love to nerd out. I'm gonna hang up now. I forgot I had to eat this, actually. So I'm gonna hang up now. I'm gonna eat this, upload this video, and then I have to catch up on posting on my Instagram because I just did another arc for Elle Rivers. And it was really good, and I'd love to post that, obviously, because I just finished it and I want to post it before her book actually releases, because that's like the whole point of doing an arc review. Also, I have to write it for Goodreads still, but no, I don't have to write a review. Let me just say that I don't have to, but I really want to because I really enjoyed it, and I want to make sure that it goes all the places in like a decent amount of time. But I'm so busy, so I have to go. I have to go upload this, schedule a post, get ready for work, eat this banana that I forgot that I had for breakfast, and it's just been sitting next to me this whole time. So I'm gonna hang up. I will talk to you when I talk to you. I also won Elle Rivers giveaway for like a duology of books. I won Contractual Obligations and Ill Will, like physical copies, and I have them. And I recorded a video, but my phone is so full of pictures that video will not upload to YouTube. Also, why can't I make posts like the words? You know, the words. Why can't I make posts on YouTube from YouTube Studio on my phone? Like, why can't I post updates on my phone? Like, just in text format on YouTube. Why? I'm baffled. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now. Stream Sabrina Carpenter's new song that comes out on Thursday. And stream Chaperone's newest song, The Giver, because I like that one too. And The Amazing Devil doesn't have anything new. I'm hoping for new stuff soon, but that's probably very delusional of me to hope. And yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hang up. It's gonna be very successful. Goodbye. I totally forgot to take a thumbnail, but I'm gonna just scroll through this 50-minute video. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go watch Casina Caradonna react because they always have great opinions. Okay, goodbye. Actually, I want it to be exactly 50 minutes. Hold on. I have to wait. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.